Hello, everyone. Today is, let me see first if I'm recording. Yes. Okay, so today is 7/20/2023. It is a Thursday, and it's 1:20 p.m. I wanted to review a couple of trades I made. And they are going to be aligned with the strategy I manage. I've been doing videos reporting or doing the recap for the day, but I don't think that is the way that I'm gonna continue doing it. So probably I'm gonna go with some initial concepts in every video, and I'm gonna touch them one by one in it. I think that it's more productive. I don't think that you guys are taking that much out of the daily recap, I don't want I want videos that really give you some foundation and some base on how you should take the trades. So let me get started with that. And I don't know if I'm gonna follow the same presentation I've done it. I have done before, but or that I'm going to, which is the one that I'm going to do now. But I don't know if in the future I'm gonna say the same. I'm gonna use the same template, or I'm going to start modifying it. So let me know. Put the comments in the description below, and let me know if this is something you prefer it this way. So I'm gonna start with the concept then. So every time, and I have talked about this in my videos, every time that I go into a training day, what I do is to do a little meditation in between 10 to 15 minutes before I hit the computer. But then it's really good to be calm and to be focused on what you're doing, especially at the beginning of the day. There's some things that you have to validate, see if the market is trending, or if the market is ranging, and all of that. So when I get into my computer, I check support and resistance levels. I do also check where what the news are going to be for the day, and that is how I continue. So basically what I do is to identify my bias for the day, and I do it with the four instruments I trade. Crude and gold are actually my primary ones. I don't trade that much ES and gold. It's a little bit choppy for me, so I would prefer to stay kind of away and out of that. But if I see a really good setup and a good trend day, or something that inspires me to take the trade, I would take it. But most of the time my trades are in crude and gold. So so the first thing I do is to identify if the market is compressing, or moving sideways, or against the trend, or it's expanding, meaning that there's a trend continuation. So then after that, I see where the market is, and I'm going to show you how I do it. In a couple of examples I do have in crude and gold as well. And so what I do is to say, okay, where am I at support? Or am I at resistance level? So I add the analysis. I try to identify, in this case, levels of support and resistance, trend lines or channels, and all of that nice stuff. So when I do that, then I see finally I see the setup, and then there are, as you know, 4 setups that I enumerate from 1 through 4. So, and then sometimes I take, setup number 5, which is I just jump into the market because I see the move, and most of the time I'm wrong. Sometimes I am right on spot, and I take advantage of the move. But most of the time, and in my to be honest, in my registry where I register all my trades, then I mark this one S1, S2, S3, and S4 for setups, and then I put one that is blunder, which is when I enter the trade without any of this setups, and I try to avoid those really, because most of the time I'm wrong and I'm punished because I didn't follow my rules on that. Okay, so so this is the order, right? To identify the bias, see if I'm in compression or expansion. So for that I evaluate and see the 240 minute the 240 minutes chart. Then I go to the which is 4 hours, right? And then I go to the 30. Then I look at the 5 minutes, and I think that I would stop in there. And then for the Renko setups, which is my triggers, I see also if I'm trading large bars or small bars. You can get that information in my Discord channel on what I use for the different instruments. Okay, now and then when I'm okay with this, and then I identify, do the analysis, put the trend lines, etc., and then I find the setup. Then if the setup needs to be in the right spot during the using the right analysis, and that is confirmed in the bias. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So expansion, you have expansion to the upside and also to the downside. So expansion would be, in this case, you have an uptrend channel, and then you identify it as bullish. These areas here are areas where you are looking for setup. So in this area here, right, in these areas here is where you're looking for setups, right? And then in the you're not going to enter, or I'm not going to enter a trade in this area here, right? This is because in this way you would be under compression going this other direction. Yes, you can go and move to the upside off of that, but it's a lot more riskier. So I prefer to look for entries in this level, moving to the upside. So this is what I'm showing here. I'm looking for stops in case that it doesn't work. So I'm looking for stops below the trend line. And then so in here you're not taking this if the market is moving against from resistance to support in this bullish channel, then you're not taking the trade. Now if it's moving to the upside, so again, if you see a setup right here, either and I'm going to talk about setups in a different slide, maybe it's a couple of slides more. So from here to the upside, then I'm looking for a setup, either a bounce or a week out of the moving average, or a week out of the cloud, etc. Right? So I'm looking for taking, for right this area here to the upside right there. Okay, so that is my target. These are my entries, and then this would be my stop. And same thing for bearish channels. So when you are looking for you know, when you're looking and your initial bias is to the downside, and you identify that you are in a descending channel, then you're looking for entries in these areas here and exits in these areas here, or targets. So this is where you're looking for a setup, and then this is where you're looking for a target. And I'm going to show you how I manage that. And so this is what you're doing, right? The way that I connect the points in this channel is that let's say that you have a move here, and then you're looking for a point in this area here, right? And then you have another touch point in this area here. So I connect this point with this point, and then I extend that trend, and I project it there. So with these points, with this one, and this one, so with these 3 points right here, I identify this one here, right? That point there. And when I see a setup here, either crossing the moving average to the downside or giving me a bounce off of the EMA, this one, the red one is actually an EMA. So when you identify this, then when you take the trade and try to target the other side of the, in this case, the descending channel. Hopefully that is clear. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. It's my email is Mr. Renko, Renko trader at gmail.com. So you can contact me on that one. Also, you can put a comment in the video here. Also, okay, so here we have so these are the steps: identify the setup and the support and resistance, intermediate profit taken. Profit taken should be at resistance or support levels, and look to the left. So what I'm saying here is, for example, that you are moving here and there, so you have an option to take profit right there, right? So you can, if you're taking the test on that on that trend line moving down in the resistance area on this channel, this is a good area to take initial profit, and this one would be the extended profit. You can do that, or you can, if you're trading one contract, then you have to decide if you're going to take profit there, or a profit down there. So that's the alternative. And then the final target, and that's why I'm saying, you have target 1 and target 2. Target 1 here, that should be a 1. That's really bad. I cannot do that with the mouse. Okay, so but anyway, so if this is, yeah, that one is better. This is number 1. This one would be number 2 right there. So the final target would be the other side of this channel, where you dispose all of the rest of the contract if you are going down. Okay, so now compression is when you have, market either going down or going against the trend. Okay, so in this case, what I do in the morning is to identify, normally that one is successful because, overnight, normally what happens is that you are looking for areas where the market is moving. Normally overnight it moves sideways. So I identify areas of compression, which is defined by this up touch points here, and then this down touch points here. So you can argue in this case, well, this one would be kind of a bullish sentiment here. If you see there's a move to the upside, so it's in the compression, but it's also with a small little bullish bias. Okay, so that's what I try to identify. And also I use this indicator here. where I can identify. It helps me to also identify if where the most volume was trading here. So you see that there's a very little volume in this area here. So instead of selecting these points here, in this case I selected there that value there. There are some touch points right here, right there. Those are more recent, but you see you can argue that this one would be kind of in the middle of these two lines. So this one would be the upper part of the of this compression channel. And then after I do that, then I put a Fibonacci retracement that I have colored in a very specific way. In some of the other videos, you can look how I do it. But basically, you identify this area here, right, which is a magnet area, this one here, and then from here you project to this 100% move right there, 200 minus from this point here, that would be minus 300. So 100, 200, and then minus 300 right there. So I color it red, meaning that I'm in the dangerous area, and from here it could reverse and move back to the magnet area right there. And same thing here. If it goes in this direction, most likely what is going to happen is that the market is going to make an attempt to go to this area as well. Give me 1 second. I need to sneeze. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, so that's the way I do it. And from here, if I see areas in this extension that are indicating that are moving up, I need to decide if I want to take this counter trend, or this is not a counter trend because we're in the range, right? If I want to take a reversal back to the magnet area in this area right here. Now, if the price keeps moving up here, then I'm kind of like leaning towards saying, okay, now the market is going to start moving to the upside, higher highs and higher lows. But as long as it is in this area here, in this whole area here, I'm assuming that the market is in compression. Okay, makes sense? Hopefully it does. Yes, so in here, exactly what is happening. So in here during the day, I'm tracking this movement, then moves down. You see from here moves down. Now I'm looking for a reversal, trend reversal to back to this area here, and or a break to the downside in the other direction for the market to start trending down in this case. Now, all right. Most of the time, what happened though is that it stays in this range. Now, I'm gonna show you a couple of trades I made. One of them is a week out of the cloud, oh no, it's not a week out of the cloud. It probably is. I think that I put the wrong one here. So this one should be actually a week out of the moving average. That is what I think that I traded today. I'm gonna double check. But when you have a moving average here, either the 34 EMA or the 20, I have to check what I trade. It seems that I did. Yeah, I did a week out of the moving average on gold, and we're going to check also one trade I made yesterday that was kind of like a blunder. Blunder is how I call it. Okay, so let's get out of this and let's go to the charts. All right. Double checking if everything is fine with my recording. Yes, we're 19 minutes into the recording now. So hopefully, guys, you like this video. So basically, I identified in gold. This one is one trade I made in gold today. So this is the area I was mentioning before. So I identify, if you see the market, if you see only this section here, right, the market is not trending. So what I identify was that point there, with that point there, that point there, and that point there. So those are the pivot lines, or the pivot, not the pivot lines, but the pivot points. And then in here on the downside, you see that there's one there, there's one there, and then there is a little bit of extension here. I marked also this area here in purple, just because, you know, there's a bounce in here, and then it came back down through. It tried to threaten it there, and then went up, and then it came down. So I, just because of this area here, is that I mark it. Okay. So okay, so I'm in the magnet area before the market opened. When the market opened, I started to move to the downside. I didn't take any trade there. You see here, the market is, when it opened, it's in between, in the 30 minutes. It's breaking to the downside, but it's you know, you have the 200 EMA right here, or SMA, the 200, and then you do have also the moving average stacking to the downside, moving down there. So I was kind of skeptical on taking anything in this area here. First of all, because of what I just explained, right? We are in the green zone, and then second, is because we are in a critical area with some good support in this area here, and some good resistance in there, with a lot of you know, move in this area here. Okay, so I just waited, and then I marked here my areas of support and resistance. So you do have I'm sorry, you do have this area, this line here, that for me, that one is you know, major resistance, which is you know, this one here, identified in the higher time frame, and then this area right there, that are dashed dot lines in white. Okay, so in between this area, I kind of hesitated. I was hesitating to take any trades, even though you see that there's a nice move from the upper side of here to the down to the lower side of this one in gold. Now, look at what happened here, right? It came from this point here. We do have, definitely we do have a wick out of the out of the weak VWAP right there. There's some techniques where you can do it, where you can take these or there's some strategies that include the VWAP. It's kind of part of my setups, but I look at them, but I don't have it set up. So normally I let them go. I don't feel like really comfortable taking them, which probably is a mistake. But so my strategy includes only these four setups that I initially said. Okay, so here you have in this area here, you do have the first week of the cloud. Kind of, but definitely a week off of the smooth 50, which is this purple line you have there. Let me clean this one a little bit. So it came back down. It was still in the green area. Came back up within the green area. So I'm looking for now a reversal, right? I want this one to go up and give me a trend reversal breakout, which is another of my setups that I entered, but it didn't give it to me. So I was waiting in the green area, waiting for it to move above this line here, off of that, above that specific candle, and then came back, made a higher low here compared to that one, right? And then went up and failed. It didn't move, and so I patiently was waiting for it to break to the upside here, and it didn't, but it gave me a wick out of the moving average. Again, in this case, the wick out of the 18 EMA, right? This is the red line that I have there, and you see I have the entry right there. Okay, and then came back down, and I sold it at my target, which was this 1968.25, and surely enough, it came back up and it started and move back to the moving average. Now, if you see here, let me see it. I'm gonna look for another chart. I'm gonna look for another chart, which is my which is also looking at gold, and this is where I use a tick chart. This is where I draw the trends, right? So this one is the trend line that I'm looking for, and I took the trade from come on. Oh, for some reason I cannot. But you see here that it's moving from this point here, where give me the upper side of this channel here. I'm gonna change the color on the trend to green so you can see it better. So I connected the two dots down there, and then came back up, and then came back and touched it, and then moved down, and that is where I sold it. Okay, hopefully that one was clear. I don't know if it was or not, but my drawing tool is not working that well. It probably got deactivated. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna go back and show you with my drawing tool. Okay, so again, okay, there you go. So this is you know, this is the upper side of the channel. This is where I took the trade from here to there, right? Below the green area, breaking down and moving, and then the market start moving up, down and up, and now it's kind of moving sideways. But I'm below this green area, so I'm a little bit more confident that the market could break down a little bit there, which it did. Everything is counter trend for me, or channel in this area here. Let me go back. Oh, one more thing. This one is the one I use is 610 tick. You see it there. Okay, so $440 today on that one. So let's go to crude now. So crude, there's no trade here. Again, same thing, same exact thing in here. So you got you know, this is the area of compression in crude, then break up, break down. Went down, up, double top, and then moved to the upside. But still, I'm in the compression area. I could have taken this one, but sometimes I hesitate just because it's in the compression area in the magnet. So sometimes I don't take it. Now this one is a blunder. So let me show you this trade right here. Just 1 second. Okay, so here I just jump into the trade. I should have been waiting for. So let me go back to CL here. So I'm above in this area. I'm above the moving averages, so I'm bullish. Then it came back down at the end of the day, but it was a little bit extended right there. So so it started yellow, let's go back. So here I'm in a channel, right? And then market came back down here and then came back up, and then I should have been looking for a trend reversal breakout right there. But a trend reversal breakout is actually defined when you have down move and then you make a higher low, and then the break is there. But I don't have that. I do have kind of sideways movement in there. So I took a little bit of risk here, and you see that I saw in here the momentum going to the upside, and I took the trade just right there, one tick above that green, and I was looking for, you know, to find some resistance there. So I was kind of safe, but it's still not. Then obviously you do have here a higher low right there. So I was not looking for if I was waiting for a trend reversal breakout, just because it's in between this area and this area. I'm not looking for really a breakout like in the trend reversal breakout, but this can count as a trend reversal breakout, but it's actually not, because the market is in compression. So it's not moving and making lower highs and lower lows all the way down, right? So yeah, I took that trade right there and went to first target right there, and it came back. So it was also $440, and this trade was yesterday in Crude, and that was the only one that I made there. So remember, I do trade 10 lots, so 10 different accounts. So that would be the profit yesterday and today. Well, hopefully this one was, you know, a good video for you guys. I have not done videos in a while, probably about 10 days maybe, but this one is what I wanted to show you. And hopefully the first part of the video would be clarifying on how I thinking and why am I taking the trades. In this case, it was, I call it blunder, because it's not part of my of the 4 setups. This one is actually no setup. It's just a bounce off of this off of a pivot only. I mean, it's a higher low, and then I took it, and then luckily it went all the way to the first target, and then came back. Or not, the luck is that it went to the first target, not it came back and made a lower. And if you see here, it made a lower low right there. So you could expect that this one was going to go down. And in the afternoon, you have this EMA or week out of the EMA right there going down, but it was a little bit late for me. So all right, so hopefully you like the video, and I hope that I'm gonna put more concept moving forward, instead of just doing a recap of the day trade. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.